All right, what is up, guys? So today is, let's see, today is October 16th of 2024, and I'm actually going to be hitting two different spots today, possibly more than that, to be honest. I'm going to be doing some more fly fishing. Right now, we're at a spot that looks pretty good. This looks like a place that I would hit and get smallmouth. Not really going to be expecting anything big, but right here, check it out. We got a pretty deep pocket right there, all in this section right here. I did a little bit of Google mapping. Sound like an old man. Google mapping. So I checked out Google Maps earlier this morning before I left the house, just to kind of find some other spots that I haven't ever been to. I've always, liked driving through Zelienople. Beautiful town, old, a lot of history behind it, more so most towns, but this town actually has a lot of older buildings and homes that are still being lived in, being maintained, and it's just a beautiful town with a very rich history and really nice waterways as well. So I checked out one spot that was a little further down, and essentially I wanted to, ooh, wow, look at that. Okay, so I got my car door unlocked. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab a GoPro, get my DJI mic. It is fully charged up. My case actually does work. I thought something was wrong with it, but the case was kind of dead. So my guess is it actually needed a full charge, and then it would actually charge the mic and the receiver 100%. I might just get my spinning rod, go ahead and get a rooster tail on there, because a rooster tail is a go-to when it comes to catching multi-species. The downside is I have a solid black monofilament. It's a Cast King monofilament, and I want to say it's possibly a 6 or an 8 pound test. So for those of you guys who do fish a lot and do know, catching a trout with any color line other than clear fluorocarbon, not going to work at all. Trout are very line shy, so they'll see that and get out of dodge. So I'll catch you guys here in a bit. All right, let's see where the spinning rod is. I got so much stuff going on in here right now. As per usual, like 90% of what's in my trunk is all fishing related. No surprise there. So this is my travel rod right here. This is a St. Croix Triumph. I'm going to say it's a 6-foot medium. And I've used this rod quite a bit. It hasn't gotten as much action as it should, but it's a travel rod. Usually when you are going out on your fishing adventures, you're bringing a rod with you already. So this is just like, you're driving down the road, you see a spot, you're like, oh, that looks like it got some fish in it. Go ahead and pop the trunk, pull the travel rod out, get it set up, get on there and do some fishing. So I've had this rod for, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe 3 years, give or take. And it's definitely paid for itself. All right, make sure all the eyes are lined up good. It's a little bit off. That's good. And I don't know if I ever showed you guys this before. I actually got this reel from my brother for my birthday, early birthday present, but my birthday's since passed. It is a Cast King Royal Legend Pro spinning reel, and I think this is a 1000 series. I think so. Beautiful reel, beautiful reel. And I got this paired up with, I want to say, either a 6 or an 8 pound monofilament line. And the line is actually from Cast King. Cast King does make some pretty solid line. I've bought their line quite a bit, and I'm actually going to start buying their line more often now, because truthfully I'm kind of getting tired of spending $20-something on a spool of Seagar and Vizex. Even though Seagar line, hands down, is one of my favorite fluorocarbons. I've used it for years, and it's held up in all different applications. Whether, I'm fishing in the river, which I'm a big avid river fisherman. I target walleye, smallmouth, all the species that you would generally see in the river. Since it's getting to be that time of year, and I'm going to start hitting cricks a lot more, I keep my finesse bag in here, which I'm probably not going to throw any jerk baits. I would throw these in a river, but like I said, we're definitely going to be putting a rooster tail down in there. So the last one that I have left, this one's bent pretty bad, and you guys can see that this has definitely seen its days on the water. Lots of wear and tear on there, but this is one of my favorite ones, favorite rooster tails, spinnerbait of all time. Super cheap. Get this at Walmart or realistically any of your local fishing stores. Staple color, black and silver with a little bit of red there on the blade, and it's never let me down. But we cannot use that one because that one has a bent, the shaft going down through the barrel is bent. I've tried to rebend it. I haven't used any needle nose pliers or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that it's served its purpose. So we're just going to go ahead and retire that one altogether and probably put a Panther Martin on. So red and yellow, it's another good color right there. I don't really think I want to throw this black one down in there because it's a little heavier. The creek is pretty shallow. We do got some deep pockets, but I'm not really feeling like it's deep enough to throw a heavy bait down in there because I Alrighty guys, so now I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Had to handle a phone call real quick. However, we are all tied up. The downside is it is raining right now. It's not coming down super hard, but it's coming down enough to be annoying. Hopefully my GoPro can handle a little bit of rain. I don't know if my DJI mic receiver is going to be good in this, so this is what we're going to be working with right here. I might just go ahead and get the GoPro set up right there in a dry spot. That way I don't got to worry about any damage because this DJI mic attachment is not cheap. All right, y'all. So I don't know if it's recording right now, but this is the one spot that I wanted to check out. That's where they had that nice little pocket right there all through this strip. So we're going to cast down by that rock and hopefully get something. That looks really good in there. Not seeing any follows. Not seeing any bait fish or anything coming through. It's probably going to be raining all day, which I'm not looking forward to. But it's usually the best time to fish in the rain. And you can't let the weather stop you from catching fish. Ooh, there was a follow. That might have been a crick chub. And he looked kind of small. So we might want to slow this down a little bit. I think the one guy said you want to run a Panther Martin fast through the water to give it some action. But the fact that I seen that fish come up on here, I think it might have been going a little bit too fast for him. Realistically speaking, these guys can chase that thing down like it's nobody's business. So we are at the one spot that I used to come down here and actually fish this, say about 2 years ago or so. They do stock this with trout, and they actually put some pretty good sized trout in here. Palomino, rainbow, brook, and brown. This is a catch and release area. Beautiful spot. So I'm gonna cast upstream and just kind of let this drift down through the rocks. Hopefully smack something, that might be staged up behind one of these areas. And Doesn't matter what size the fish is, just as long as I can land something, I'll be pretty happy. So I got a strike indicator on here. Last time I was out here, not yesterday, but the last time I was out here, I was actually using a trout magnet bobber, and it worked pretty good. Worked pretty good. But I feel that this is a lot better. It's a smaller profile, and it's not going to put too much resistance on the bait if the fish does hit it. That way, it'll increase the chances of me getting a bite. All right. There's a few guys that were down here earlier, and didn't really seem like they had much luck as far as catching anything. This guy looks like he's actually getting ready to leave right now. I'm guessing he probably didn't have any luck either. I came over here yesterday, didn't have any waders on, and caught a bunch of suckers. Wasn't the targeted species, but you know, it was nice to at least get a fish on the fly. I can't really complain too much about that. This is what we're throwing today. It's got a little bit of a flash on the top of it. Some copper wire ran around the hook right there. Nice little tail right there. I've already had one hit, one follow. Zero landed. Super shallow. We got a good current going through here. Water temp is pretty cold. Like I said, I got had a pretty decent sized one. He was about 13 inches. Looked like a brown. And set the hook too quick. Had too much tension on it. Popped it right out of its mouth. The second one came up, went to hit it, and I didn't set the hook in time. So trout fishing is pretty tricky. It is fun when you get into those bigger ones. So we got a whole lot of bait fish through here, which is definitely looking good. I'm not sure if I want to throw any topwater in here. We're going to go ahead and try that out regardless. Both of my bites were on topwater, and they were on a dry fly. What is that? Dry fly, super small, not sure the hook size, but the presentation was called Purple Haze. Had some brown in it, purple in it, orange in it, a little bit of black, and some white. So right now I got this guy on here. Pretty big profile. Not really sure if we're going to get anything, so we're probably going to downsize here. I might end up throwing a nymph with a bobber on it. Just kind of let it float down. And hopefully get into something. I'd like to at least leave here with, you know, one fish having been landed. As I said, not really feeling too lucky throwing a dry fly in this right here, but try it out anyways. Ooh, oh, there's something in here for sure. Something just popped right over there. Might have been a crick chub. Probably was a crick chub. Might have to throw some more dry powder on it. It's kind of lost the floatability.